What's up, guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for the beginning of my road to top 10 in VGC 2015. Now, I am not alone. With me, I gotta go to his channel to read the introduction. Give me a sec. I'm gonna read it. I wanna read it in your voice. No, I'm not gonna read your voice. Aaron Cybertron Zhang here. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
But that's pretty spot on.
I have Cybertron with me. Very, very competitive VGC player. I'm actually just reading 2 national championships. I know this stuff actually, but when I feel like I have to read it when it's in front of me. Mm-hmm. I've won 3 regional championships, and he says it, and he actually backs it up. He doesn't. Okay, no, I shouldn't talk about anybody else. Yeah. But yeah, I love Aaron's content, by the way. If you guys are not subscribed and you're interested in VGC 2014, 2015 set analysis, just a good channel in general. I feel like I didn't like VGC until I started watching his channel, and his channel really got me pumped for VGC. This is the honest. I'm not just saying this so they go subscribe to you, Aaron. This is actually this is actually how I feel about your channel. Man. Yeah, it's no problem, bro. And yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to go check him out. What's gonna be happening is for all of you that are new, I basically ladder on an alt to top 10. I try to get to top 10. This time we're starting with VGC. Later on I'll be doing OU and stuff like that, Ubers, whatever. But we're starting with VGC, and Aaron is gonna be commentating with me. We're gonna be seeing our thought process, and I'm bouncing off ideas with him, because you probably play better with a person, assuming they know what they're doing, and Aaron definitely knows what he's doing. So let's get right into it. I've talked a lot. How much have I talked? All right, that's only a minute. Okay, it's okay. They're here to listen to me talk.
You're good.
But yeah, I'm actually using a team that my boy Laga passed me. He's a doubles player, not a VGC player, so we changed around the team a bit. He had Latios over Rotom Heat, but Rotom Heat definitely made us better versus Fire and Charizard, Talonflame. I don't know why I said Fire. But yeah, I'm going to start looking for a battle. I'm on the, for Aaron's sake, I'm on the alts need graphics, because if you guys see my thumbnails, they're straight up garbage Google images. And yeah, I got a battle right away. So, ooh, my opponent has a very competent team.
Sweet, let me jump in. All right, cool.
I wish I had kind of have HP Grass on my Rotom Heat, but I have HP Ice.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a threatening team, but I think the Scrafty could be potentially really good, because of course you've got my Milotic. So
yeah, and that just lets me wreck him. Rotom Heat is kind of, I'm leaning towards bringing it just because it beats Mamoswine, Talonflame, and Charizard. He's probably going to bring Gastrodon, though, because he probably notices how much of a threat Milotic is. But I don't think that's going to stop me from bringing Milotic anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about Rotom Heat. Conkeldurr is just nice versus his team in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Talonflame, yeah. And I don't have a Mega, so if you didn't... Well, I already showed you the team, but it's not Fake Out Kangaskhan, which is a little bit annoying here. It's Power Up, Punch, Protect. So, I don't know. What do you think, Aaron? I already said what 4 I'm going to bring, but what do you think I should lead with, buddy?
I mean, the first thing is whether you want to go with the Trick Room option or not. But,
yeah. I kind of don't want to bring Crest versus him, just because it's so weak versus Zard, Talonflame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, this is one of the cases where, he's got Scrafty, which is really annoying to deal with. Even Talonflame and Meowstic often gets access to Taunt, and Charizard can just, dish out Heat Wave. So probably not going to want to bring Crest. I'm thinking Kang is probably the better Mega in this matchup. I Protect, even though you don't have Fake Out, which definitely makes it at least leading with it a bit harder, I think it's still just a solid Pokemon to go to.
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking probably Kanga plus... well, because he has Scrafty, I kind of want to lead my Milotic.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Yeah, definitely Milotic. I'm going to be very cautious when I'm clicking my moves, because I know for a fact the cancel button does not work. I'm liking the idea of Milotic, Rotom Heat, and then Conkeldurr Kangaskhan in the back, but I'm iffy about that. I kind of want Kangaskhan up front too.
Yeah, I would probably lead with Kang and Milotic, actually.
Yeah.
It's either that or Kang Rotom Heat, mainly because I get the feeling he might want to go with Talonflame, but leading with Kang isn't bad, because you basically put on pressure right away, and I honestly like either Rotom Heat or Milotic is fine, because if he does lead with the Scrafty, then Milotic gets the free boost. But I'd be very surprised if he ended up bringing Scrafty as his lead, given that you do have Milotic and Mawile on your team too.
That's definitely something to think about. See, I just canceled, guys. This is why I have Aaron here. I like Kangaskhan plus Rotom Heat. It beats the majority of his team. My
Right.
Lodic is good in the back just as a water, just to fire off water in general. And definitely Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr can beat his team if I get rid of his flying type. So that's what I'm going to lead with. I assume did he just put on timer but not pick his lead? Okay, cool. Cool. I was like, this guy was just waiting. All right, so this is good. You called it.
Right.
Definitely Life Orb T-Bolt can annihilate Charizard. I can see either a screen coming from Meowstic or a fake out.
Yeah, I'd probably expect Fake Out. I think that's the move I typically expect from Meowstic turn 1. It honestly might not be a bad idea to just double protect on the first turn. Scout out what he's got, and Kangaskhan's going to get the speed boost from that as well.
Yeah, and I mean, either way, after that turn, I wouldn't expect his charge. Like, I'm thinking a turn ahead. Like, after that turn, if he doesn't immediately switch into Gastrodon, I don't expect his Charizard to want to stay in. And this is a really, really bulky Kangaskhan. It actually lives modest overheat, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm just going to Mega Evolve and protect both of them. As, it sounds good. And, guys, I'm also learning as I'm playing because I don't have very much experience with VGC 2015 at all. So it's good that I have Aaron here, definitely.
Okay, so looks like he went for the Protect with Charizard. Oh, he went straight for the T-Wave. Okay.
Well, he knows that I can Thunderbolt his Charizard. I'm kind of tempted to just return that slot, get the Gastrodon upon switching, and overheat Meowstic. But I don't know how competent my opponent is or how good of a play that is in doubles, because that would be like my single play to make if I was playing OU.
Right. No, I mean, that's a solid play. I think the thing is Charizards tend to be bulky, so he might actually stay in thinking he can survive a Thunderbolt from your Rotom, because a lot of Rotoms nowadays are, like bulkier. The one I ran actually had like no special attack investment, so he might be tempted to just stay in. But seeing that he protected last turn, you can actually just freely even double target that slot to get like guaranteed damage off. So
yeah.
It's really what you want, but Meowstic actually tends to not carry Protect either, so this is a good turn in terms of just trying to get as much damage off as possible, because he's basically vulnerable in both spots.
Yeah, so I mean, I could just return the Meowstic and Thunderbolt the Charizard, because I'm not going to lose a Pokemon this turn.
Exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm bulky enough. I mean, I have 130 Spadef, I have like almost 252 HP, so I'll just return Meowstic and Thunderbolt Charizard, see how that works out for me. If he does end up switching out to Gastrodon, oh well, sun is up. I don't really care anyway.
Right.
Overheat would do a lot anyway. Yeah, he does reveal the Gastrodon. As actually Paralysis, as annoying as that is, it's better that he can't Scald Burn me anyway. And I got a crit. Nice. Oh, guys, speaking of crits, Aaron is probably the nicest guy ever when he gets crit. Like, you guys know I say that's unfortunate, but I have a limit to how okay I can be with hacks. Aaron, on the other hand, is like, it's because like you've lost to like certain things and where it actually matters, right?
Right. I mean, you play VGC for so long. Like, I think all the best players realize there's so much luck in the game, to the point where, you just try to figure out why you lost instead of just blaming it on luck. And like, I came really close to winning Worlds in 2013, but I missed 5 of the 6 Will-O-Wisps, and people say the reason why they upped the accuracy was actually because of that. And there's a good chance that's why it happened, but I look back at that set and there were still so many misplays I was making. So I think the beauty of VGC is because it's doubles, there are always so many different plays you can make, and luck is certainly a big factor, but there are almost like in all the games I lose because of luck, there's still better plays I could have made throughout like the course of the game, so that it didn't even have to get there. And you always see these like amazing comebacks and plays where players are down, maybe 4-3, 4-2, but and maybe because of some luck earlier on, but they managed to come back.
Exactly.
But, yeah,
like,
just a small VGC lesson there.
Yeah, like, I mean, I thank you for that. Obviously, there's situations where you get crit, but maybe you could have made a play where even if you got crit, it didn't matter, like stuff like that. So I'm just going to return Gastrodon and Thunderbolt Charizard.
Yeah, that's a solid play. He's definitely in a tricky position now, especially since you've got the nice Life Orb Thunderbolt with Rotom, so that should KO Charizard.
Easily, yeah.
Oh, he just goes for
the
Heat Wave.
And he misses the Pokemon that matters, and he's gone.
Yeah. So Life Orb really coming through there.
And his own son helping me. Thanks, buddy. And it's Life Orb. Wow. It's going to... Oh, wow. It didn't die. That kind of thinks... Like, I kind of think he has... I'm not sure if it's Mamoswine. If it's Mamoswine in the back, I won 100%. Actually, I don't think there's anything in the back that can beat me, because Conkeldurr beats Scrafty. Conkeldurr beats Mamoswine. If it's Talonflame, he has to get off damage on my Kangaskhan, so he probably has to double attack it. And Overheat would definitely knock out Gastrodon at that range anyway.
Yep.
So... I don't see anything wrong with just double targeting Gastrodon right here, because Rotom Heat will go first anyway if it does end up living, and either way I want to get rid of it, and I don't want him to recover basically.
No, that's a smart play for sure.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna return and overheat the Gastrodon, as like I don't want him to recover at all. And these might be a little bit slower, but there's definitely a lot more thought going into it than I guess my regular ladder climb where I just go on autopilot.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many options you can consider in VGC that, you know, like normally on Showdown it's kind of button clicking, but for a series like this, I think it's important to just kind of go through a thought process, especially since there's a lot to learn. Oh, he goes for the Flare Blitz actually. So that should be game.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see if Kang gets that attack off.
No.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah. But I could just Sucker Punch, to be honest. Like, I mean, I think that's banded damage.
That looks like it, yeah. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and I'm a really bulky King. Like, I can just Ice Beam here and Sucker Punch.
Yep.
I don't got to risk Hydro Pump missing. You guys will definitely be seeing more of this team. I don't know if Aaron can record a couple more with me today. I'm obviously not going to make this one battle. I'm not. We'll probably do about, 20, 30 minutes. See how we do. Depending on your schedule and mine. Because, well, we're both busy. See? That's why you shouldn't have put the timer on me. No, I'm just kidding. But that was a good game, though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a pretty solid team in terms of Pokemon he had. It was actually all VGC 14 mons except for the Gastrodon, but you had a good team matchup. I thought the Kangaskhan Rotom Heat lead just, like, really messed with him right from the start. And, yeah, you played that really well, so nice job.
That's why I have a Ghoster right here next to me, so. That's the thing. What I really like is that I'm learning it, and like as I'm actually planning on going to nationals if possible.
Oh, sweet.
Because one, if I am lazy and don't end up getting the points from anywhere else, obviously I'm not that good at VGC, but I have I still have a lot to learn.
Right.
If that's my only chance of getting to Worlds, I would do it. It'd be fun anyway. I think it'd be really fun.
For sure. Yeah.
So this guy is Double Fairy. Bisharp getting a lot better in 2015 with arguably a lot better. I think Knockoff is really good.
I like what your team has actually Conkeldurr because it's actually like one of the best checks to Bisharp. Bisharp actually often carries Life Orb. It's the most common item on Bisharp right now in VGC. So a lot of the times it kind of just scares it away because you can just KO it with the Mach Punch.
Definitely.
Yeah. Conkeldurr here is really good, but of course he's got the Gardevoir, which is probably the scariest thing to deal with.
Rotom looks pretty good in this thing, though I'm kind of scared about giving thing Defiatus. I mean, not Defiatus. Defiant.
Defiant, yeah.
I'm kind of tempted to bring Trick Room in this, just because even though Whimsicott could potentially taunt me, Psychic Ice Beam actually puts in a lot of work versus his team, especially with Conkeldurr and Mawile. And then I think I could even bring my Lodic in the back or Rotom Heat as a fairy resist, as a double fairy resist.
Yeah, I'm thinking you probably want something like a Crest leading here would be really good, actually.
Yeah.
For the side, I'm thinking you probably want something to counter the Bisharp. Or I think Rotom Heat next to Crest is actually a pretty solid lead for trying to set up Trick Room because you have that offensive pressure from Rotom Heat right away. Mawile would be nice, but you don't want to get the Defiant boost on Bisharp. So Mawile tends to stay in the back, obviously. Conk wouldn't be a bad lead either, but the thing is if he has Gardevoir, then that's really scary.
Yeah, I don't have tech, so I'm forced to switch, so yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking Crest Rotom Heat as the lead is probably your best bet to actually setting up Trick Room, and Mawile Conk in the back can clean things up.
And I have HP Ice as well as Conk, like he said, can also tank hits that he wants to go for. So that's definitely something I would have tried to, eventually come to as a lead. So this is perfect. This is not as bad as it could be. I outspeed even Jolly, or I outspeed Adam and Bisharp with my Rotom Heat, and I get a kill basically with Rotom Heat. So he might just be tempted out or switch out in general, like tempted to switch out. I think I could just go for Trick Room and just overeat Bisharp to be safe.
Yeah.
As even if he brings out Garchomp, I don't care. I'll be able to outspeed him, and I have Beam from my Crest. He doesn't really have a safe switch for this, so definitely just gonna Trick Room and overheat Bisharp. I don't see anything, even if I don't know if Whimsicott runs Taunt in this.
Yeah, to be quite honest, it tends to. It looks like it does go for it.
But he doesn't. He didn't expect me to be fast, so.
Right, so you got the KO there. That's huge. So that was probably Life Orb, because otherwise you tend to see
Focus Sash.
Focus Sash, yeah. So that was the one thing I was scared of, like him taunting the Crest and then with Focus Sash getting a knockoff against it as well, because that makes setting up Trick Room a lot harder. But because he didn't have Focus Sash and knocking out Bisharp, which was by far the biggest threat to your team, I think that puts you in a really good position.
Hell yeah. To be honest, what do I lose from? Well, I mean, Mawile is obviously a free switch, but I don't know if he's. I like obviously. I know about Gardevoir. Not, I don't think they'd run Mega in this, do they?
Based off his team though, it might be just because like, Mega Gardevoir is better now that it actually gets Hyper Voice. So it instead of like 2014 where no one used it, it's actually a possibility.
I don't. If it is Hyper Voice though, I don't want Mawile to take that as regular form.
Right.
So I'm kind of tempted to Ice Beam and Overheat Whimsicott.
I think that's a good play. At the same time, Whimsicott is actually probably Sash now that I think about it. I'm guessing that's where the Sash is. So if you do knock it out, then Gardevoir's going to get an attack off. I'm guessing he probably has Chomp or Rotom in the back.
Yeah.
And that might be annoying to play with since you don't have Trick Room yet. So I'm thinking maybe you don't want to double target the Whimsicott just so he doesn't get a free switch into whatever he's got in the back. Because Whimsicott right now is not going to do very much, but it's up to you.
Well, then do you think I should switch out Rotom to Mawile? And just Ice Beam Whimsicott? Or...
Yeah, I honestly think that's a better play. You're not going to be taking that much damage from Hyper Voice anyway, so once you Mega Evolve, I mean, you're going to get even bulkier. That way you're putting on more pressure. The way I see it now is if you do KO the Whimsicott, then that Rotom Heat's going to be, its special attack's going to be even lower. He gets a free switch in, and then suddenly you don't have good switches in the back because he's got 2 offensive Pokemon out.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So, this is why he's the pro. And, yeah, I'm going to make that play anyway. I felt like 4 turns went by, but it's just like 3 attacks went off. So I was like, oh, I'm in my last turn to taunt. No, it just happened.
Okay, it is Mega Gardevoir, like you said. And he goes for Tailwind, actually. Shadow Ball.
Well, I mean, Citrus is going to activate. It didn't even matter that he crit me right there.
Right.
Taunt's going to wear off next turn, I believe. So I lose nothing. Like, I'm in a really good position right now.
Yeah, no, that was... That basically worked out as good as it could have, except for the crit from Shadow Ball, but that didn't even do very much because obviously Cresselia is so especially bulky. So you're definitely in a good position right now. The Tailwind basically was a waste of a turn since he was outspeeding you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious. I was like, he saw that he taunted a Trick Room. He expected Trick Room, so I don't feel like I lose anything by Ice Beaming Whimsicott or Psychicking Whimsicott. I kind of feel like he's going to switch out to... well, if he can't switch out to anything because I have a monster on the field right now, so I can just Ice Beam Whimsicott and play rough the Gardevoir, or even go for Sub, because I do have Sub on Mawile.
Oh, that's right, you do have Sub. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen Sub Mawile in a long time, but in this case, it could really come through.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go for Sub. While I could knock out Gardevoir, I think if I go for Helping Hand Sucker Punch, I'll knock it out anyway, so...
Yeah, a bunch of options here.
I'm actually going to go for Play Rough on Gardevoir.
Yeah, I think that's the safest play. There's no need to Sub when you can just get damage.
Yeah, and I'm lagging. That's not good.
Oh, okay. He just went for Protect. Oh, he's running Tickle. Okay.
Oh, and I get a Revenge crit. Now, that's amazing. As he's going to reveal his last Pokemon right now. And I have all 4 in the back, so if it's Garchomp, it's amazing for me. Because I just get off a Trick Room. And it is Garchomp. Yep. And Trick Room allows Ice Punch Conk to beat it, HP Ice Rotom to beat it. So I don't lose anything by going for Trick Room. And well, he's probably going to Hyper Voice right here, but I guess I could switch out to Rotom Heat because Mawile got the Intimidate. I also have Tech, so I might as well just Tech. Yeah,
I'm just thinking maybe he's going to like Shadow Ball and Dragon Claw Cresselia, though. I'm not even sure if that can knock it out.
Crit did 45%.
Right. Unless he's Life Orb Garchomp, which is the fear I slightly have, but...
I clicked Tech anyway just because I was timing out.
Yeah.
I don't want to time out right here. But he does end up doing what you're saying, but as you said, it didn't do anything.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
And now, I'm just going to attack, what's super effective on what. I'm going to actually double attack Garchomp, just in case it's Focus Sash. Because like if he's going to go for Tech anyway, then I might as well just double attack right there.
Right. The Garchomp's definitely the bigger threat as of right now.
Yeah, I don't really care about Gardevoir.
Right. Okay, yeah, he's not even going to bother. Oh, and you knock it out anyway.
Yeah, nice.
Perfect. And that's not going to do much.
He doesn't even bother going for Protect right there, so...
Yeah, dude, that's basically going to steal things up.
Yeah, I had 10 seconds to click my Pokemon right there, man.
That's pretty scary. But yeah, now it's sealed up. I think the one scary thing was had he been able to knock out Cresselia, you actually would have been in a pretty bad position. But that's why you use Cresselia as a Trick Room user, because it's so bulky.
Exactly. Getting Crest back is amazing. I remember VGC before. I would just see all this Tailwind, Suicune, Trick Room, Crest,
Hmm.
Thunderous, stuff like that going around. It's pretty interesting that this format resembles that format in terms of Pokemon that you can use. Obviously, we have the new Megas and stuff like that, but
Right.
that's just something I noticed. Oh, he's actually slower than my Rotom Heat.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right, so there you go. That's game two. Climbing the ladder.
Solid win.
Climbing the ladder. We're at 20 minutes. What do you think? Should we get one more?
Yeah, let's get one more in.
Hopefully, I don't almost time out. That actually scared me because I know I hate playing on my Mac. I mean, it's the computer I use, but like I don't know. I get scared. All right, we got a game. Very. Are you joining?
Yeah.
My bad, my
Click
bad.
the other one. Okay, there we go.
It's looking like
that's
Rotom
an
puts in a
interesting
lot
team.
of work.
Yeah,
Yo,
for
he
sure.
noticed. He notices you. He noticed it.
Rotom Heat here is really good. The Hydreigon is potentially scary to go up against, but you've got Conkeldurr. His team also looks very Conkeldurr-weak if you can avoid that Talonflame. So, Conkeldurr is really good in 15, but of course the flying weakness is kind of scary. But Talonflame is one of the only viable flying type Pokemon that actually gets access to a strong flying type Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking setting up Trick Room might not. The Trick Room option's not bad either, though. Hydreigon is just scary against Cresselia, but you've got a lot of options here.
I'm pretty sure it also just lives thing. Anyway, like the
Yeah, it should
Cresselia's
be able
bulky enough
to
to live Dark Pulse. Of course, I have to worry about the flinching. Hey, Adam,
Yeah,
Aaron, you should.
Lucario's scary for Kangaskhan there, though.
Yeah, you should tell him. By the way, don't turn on timer. We're discussing
Oh,
this because he noticed you.
Yeah. All right, I wrote hi. Yeah, there we go. But
Um,
yeah, I think the scariest thing about his team is the amount of offensive pressure he can put on right from the start. Pokemon like Talonflame, Hydreigon, Lucario can just dish out damage
yeah,
immediately.
of course, and I'm slow, so
the
I have to
leads
take the
are
hit.
going to be important.
Yeah. Rotom Heat, I feel, puts me in a good position versus the majority of his team for Hydreigon, and I also have tech for that. I kind of want to lead Rotom Heat Conk, but I'm really scared about like the bird. I don't know, because I really don't want to be weak to Hydreigon right off the bat.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, otherwise I'd lead Rotom Heat Crest again. I just get I'm scared of Hydreigon.
No, I agree, and I think if I were him, I would lead with the Hydreigon. So I'd go Rotom Heat with Conk or Rotom Heat with Kang. I think those two are the best options.
Yeah, Kang immediately threatens. I like Kangaskhan better than than Conk, and I could have Conk in the back, and then I can even bring Trick Room. So, or yeah, looks good. My loaded? No, my loaded.
Definitely a scary team on your opponent's end, though. There are a lot of options. Yeah, he's got, and definitely looks like a team that can just dish out damage right from the start.
Yeah, and he did end up leading with Bird and Hydreigon, so this is great for us.
The scary thing here is a potential double target into something.
I was thinking that. I'm kind of tempted.
Because it can.
No, keep going. It can kill something.
Yeah, right. No, it's just you don't want to obviously lose something like Kangaskhan right early on in the match, and your Rotom Heat actually, since it's you said it's offensive, I don't think you can take a Spectral meter from Hydreigon.
Oh hell no, that's gonna die.
Yeah.
This is scary because if I tech with Rotom and he double attacks Kanga, I lose Kanga. If I tech with Kanga and he double attacks Rotom, I lose Rotom.
Right.
I'm kind of tempted just to like not tech.
Yeah, I mean, your opponent is probably expecting Fake Out from the Kangaskhan too.
Which would probably work better in my
Let's see, you've got what, Conkeldurr in the back and
Cresselia.
Right.
If I can get rid of Talonflame, I'm good. He's probably expecting me to fake out Talonflame. So what I think I'll do is I'll tech Rotom and actually attack Hydreigon with Kangaskhan.
I like that play, yeah. That's what I would go for too.
Yeah, let me just Mega Evolve. You think Power Up Punch or Return just to get off immediate damage?
I'm leaning towards Return.
Yeah. Because, again, I'm slow anyway, so I'm hoping I like this guy because he didn't put on timer on this. But I'm really hoping that's what he thinks about. Okay, Tailwind.
Oh, Tailwind.
Alright, this still worked out for us, though. As that does enough to where Sucker Punch can definitely knock him out. So
yeah, exactly.
I lose
that
nothing.
actually plays out perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lose nothing by going for Thunderbolt plus Sucker Punch. I don't have to predict right here. I mean, if I want to make a play, I could go for Power Punch predicting his Lucario. But I'm not that real.
Yeah, there's no need. I mean, like when you're this ahead, especially because he has Tailwind, so you still gain something by him just
Yeah,
switching up because he's just playing passively.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, okay, he's gonna switch out. Oh, to Venusaur. That's double switch. He
Look
does
at this
make the
guy.
Lucario switch, so you did call it correctly. Oh wow,
Yeah, I
that
get a
feels a
crit.
lot.
I get a crit. Um,
But Crest can come in pretty freely now.
yeah. I mean, he's gonna sleep powder my one of my Pokemon and then knock the other one out with close combat. But like you said, Crest is the good one. I kind of want to just protect with Rotom Heat and switch out Kangaskhan. But yeah, because honestly, I like Rotom Heat being in versus Venusaur or Lucario, forcing him to either sleep powder one or close combat it. I don't want to lose Kangaskhan either. I could also tech Kangaskhan and switch out Rotom Heat. But I am expecting him to actually sleep powder, or at least double attack my Rotom Heat.
Right. I'm actually curious whether which one is Mega, mainly because it's odd to see a normal Venusaur on a team if there's no Charizard with it. So there's a
Yeah,
good chance that the Venusaur is actually the Mega, though he might have just
Sash
have
Luke.
Mega on both of those.
Yeah, that's
And
true. And brought both of them.
yeah, but you are in a really good position right now. However, it is scary. I mean, he did manage to save the two threats in the
Yeah,
back, so
and
you're gonna want to make sure you have a way to beat the
yeah,
Talonflame in the
Talonflame,
late
which is
game.
why Rotom Heat is probably the Pokemon I want to switch out and tech with Kanga.
Yeah, I think that's the
As I
safe
could
play.
sucker punch Venusaur. Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds good. I like this.
and once you bring in Crest, he's gonna be in a pretty tough spot.
And it is actually
that is
Mega.
Mega Venusaur. Okay,
Interesting. So that
close
might be
combat.
that might actually be Sash Luke.
Yeah, I would think. Oh, he actually missed the sleep powder too.
Oh, that's good. I like this.
So that definitely puts you in a good position. But he's probably just gonna close combat Kangaskhan again and go for the sleep powder.
Well, I mean, I could always play off him missing, and I don't want his Luke to be justified, so I'm definitely not gonna sucker punch, even if it is potentially a what variant? Oh, what? Damn, what's it called?
Sash.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
So I'm actually I'm gonna try and Trick Room with my Cresselia because if he does miss, Trick Room is up and his Tailwind's gone. And my Kangaskhan's actually not super fast. It's not running that much speed, so it's like it would probably be able to outslow his. It only hits 129 basically, and if you look at both his Pokemon, they probably both outspeed it anyway. So I think Trick Room is fine right here, just in case he does miss, and I have to choose if I want to sack Kangaskhan or not.
Yeah, I think the scariest thing is if he hits the sleep powder and he manages to
KO.
Kang. Yeah, because that puts you down instantly.
Well, I could try and just power up punch the Lucario and see if I probably won't live close combat, but in the rare chance I do,
Right.
might as well try.
Yeah. And then even if you lose Kang, at least you get a free switch into the Rotom Heat you've got in the back.
Exactly, and that beats his team.
Yeah, but your opponent does. Oh, he actually switches out.
That's really
huge.
odd.
Oh wow, what?
Wait, what? What was he predicting right there? Okay, give me the free. And I got a crit too. I didn't did I not mega him? Oh, I did mega him.
A double crit.
Oh my god, that was a really odd.
Oh, you
Oh, he
flinched.
flinched me. Look at that. That was the play he was going for.
That made no sense to me.
Yeah, that didn't I didn't understand it at all. And that's like an auto win for me right now.
Right. I think that's one of the things about VGC. You tend to make the best option play, and
Yeah.
then like, if your opponent doesn't do what you expect to, like, chances are it's just gonna put you in even a better position. And in that case, like, we were just like playing to our odds, knowing everything. And like, if you didn't make the play we were expecting, which was like close combat sleep powder, if you did anything else, you would have been up huge. And
Yeah.
as a result, you get a free +2, and he loses Lucario, which is
And
obviously
he's gonna lose Hydreigon too.
right.
Because I mean, even if Hydreigon has tech, like let's say it's not specs, I go
Mm-hmm.
for Sucker anyway. Honestly, I don't lose anything by going for Trick Room plus returning the Hydreigon slot. No, never mind. Sucker Punch. I don't have to predict his Venusaur.
You probably want to Sucker Punch Hydreigon
Yeah.
Trick Room, because that way, even if he switches out and like Brave Bird your Kang, it
Yeah.
looks like he's not even gonna switch out. Now you can just outspeed him with priority. With Trick Room.
Exactly.
So that's basically what's gonna happen here.
Like I was thinking about predicting his Venusaur, but I was like, I don't have to predict to win this game,
Right.
especially
because
after
once
that play
Trick
that
Room goes
happened.
up, you're basically good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean now you're obviously just in a fantastic
I
position.
just Psychic Venusaur and Sucker Punch Talonflame. If he goes for Tailwind and wants to continuously stall me out, kudos to him.
Yeah, if I were him, I'd probably either switch out Talonflame.
Well,
and
it's his
Sucker
last
Kang.
two, bro. He's
Right.
done.
Oh, that's right. You're KO'd Hydreigon. I thought he switched out.
That was so weird. That rock slide. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I think that was a really questionable play.
I
But-
thought he was doing well too. That double
Yeah.
switch.
No, I thought had he played it. Oh, it looks like he forfeits there. Had he played it like how we were expecting him to, you might have actually been in a pretty rough position, mainly
Yeah.
because the Talonflame he had in the back obviously just threatens Conkeldurr immediately, and he had ways to check Rotom Heap because he had faster Pokemon too. So that was definitely a scary position, but that play just made no sense, and in the end, you ended up getting the benefits of it.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have worded it any better. I probably couldn't have worded it any better because Aaron is very articulate and just good at flow with the sentences. But yeah, dude, thank you for joining me.
Of course, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. 3-0 to start it off, not bad.
Yeah, hopefully we go undefeated and I carry that to nationals. I'm just kidding.
You and me in the finals, dude.
That'd be really with 3
That'd be
wins?
legendary. Be legendary.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. But guys, definitely go subscribe to Aaron. Thank you once again for coming. He's gonna be here for the next episode. Hopefully these will not be too far apart because he's busy. I'm busy. My schedule is the one that's more than his. Or at least, actually no, I can't argue. Anyway, okay, I'm talking too much. Guys, go subscribe to Aaron. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave your comments, I guess, if you want to see us use certain things. I don't know if I'll do that because I'm not much of a builder, but maybe because I have Aaron here and I'm going to call with a bunch of my NPA buddies. Hopefully, we'll see what we can do. So, once again, thank you, Aaron. You want to say anything before we end the video?
Not much. Just thanks to you, of course, for having me. This is really exciting. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm actually learning a lot as we go along too, since obviously the format's really fresh. So I think it's a really nice learning experience for everyone, especially because you get just so much more knowledge when you have two players commentating on a match instead of, playing it by yourself. And when I actually practice for Worlds, a lot of the times me and my team building partner, we would go to Showdown matches and commentate each other's games on Skype to really learn the intricacies of our team. So I think it's nice, and obviously the results showed in today's set. So it was a nice way to start off the series. So I'm really excited for the remainder.
It was fun too.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, guys, like I said, go subscribe to him, okay? And that's it. Later. All right, awesome.